Hey there, my friends, and all those love seekers and peacemakers out there. It's Brother Zen, bringing you another Take 10 with Zen today. I know it's been, months since I've posted a video, and I can't believe it's June already. I knew when this year started it was going to be a year of, clarity and transformation, with it being 2020. Seeing things more clearly, but who knew all this was going to hit us this year? Amongst all the, viruses and all the other public, travesties that have been happening and just all the unrest that's been going on in our nation and in the world, I also had a big personal transformation, which has taken me so long to kind of get everything squared away. So during all this time, I actually moved from northern Idaho to southern Utah to live with a friend of mine who bought a house. So I'm renting a couple rooms from her. Some of you know her, Elin. Just a huge-hearted individual, so, this is her home. And I feel very blessed to be here to help her out, and she's helping me out at the same time. Amongst all that, too, I decided to sell my vehicle, so I'm without a vehicle, which is great. No insurance, no car payments, no upkeep, no gas. So that's been helping out a lot. And then also, before I moved, I actually left my job of 23 years. I know! What was I thinking? But it's really been a huge change in my life. I heard tons of messages from the Creator, just in, what are you waiting for? With everything that's going on in the world and, our lives kind of felt uncertain, and I did. I was like, what am I waiting for? To die? To live my dreams? What do we wait for? What are we fearing? So I made the jump and just to trust the Creator with the messages that I received, because I have found in my life that generally when I listen to the Creator, my life tends to turn out a lot better than when I try to be in control of it all the time and control the world. So I made that move. It's funny, one of the things that kind of happens in our life, and this is the same when I was coming out too, in a variety of ways. Whenever our fear feelings get outweighed by the uncomfortable feelings of not being our true authentic selves, when that outweighs the fears, it becomes very easy to make the decisions. But when the fears outweigh all those other feelings, then we don't make a move. So we know when it's time to move, when those feelings override our fears. There's a great analogy of the eagle's nest. When an eagle, it's all made out of all these twigs and sharp things, but they make it all comfortable and safe for the eggs by putting, feathers and, plants and cloth and furs and all that, to where the nest is all nice and comfy. And so the eggs are safe and warm, but after they hatch, when the eaglets get to be, big enough where it's time for them to fly, the parent eagles start tearing away all those comforts to where it doesn't feel as comfortable anymore to stay in the nest, and then they're ready to fly. And that's kind of how I felt, with all these changes that are going on in my life. And I'm sure a lot of us are in that place, people who are out of a job, temporarily, or because their business is closed during this time. It can be either something very full of fear, or we can look at it and go, what is the message that I'm hearing, from the Creator? What, is my dream? What do I really want to do with my life? And we've had a lot of time alone, or at least, in our homes, to think about what is it that I want to do with my life? Who am I? What do I want to do? Am I living my truth? And what is my truth? And great time to look into all those questions and see what can unfold with all that. So now I find myself literally in the eye of the storm. I moved to a little city called Hurricane, which I pronounce it Hurricane, but it's spelled hurricane. So now I kind of feel like I'm in this eye of the storm. We can come to this place in the middle, in a hurricane. That eye is where it's quiet. You can look up and see the sun shining even through it sometimes, and you just can see all around all this storm that's happening, that's shaking up our world, shaking up our beliefs and our thinking, and bringing things that we need to see at this time in our life, that we want to see at this time in our life, right before our faces. And so we've asked for this, and we can ask ourselves, why did I want all this to happen this year? I mean, planetary, like astrologically, so many retrogrades and lunar eclipses and solar eclipses and all this stuff going on, where this year was kind of destined to be one that, where the whole world is just being literally shaken to be woken up to who we really are. And so that's where I'm headed, and my kind of heart's desire is, I'm like this human Post-it note where I'm here to help remind others of who they really are, these powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. And I think part of my journey here is to help others also just remember who they are, and remember the connection, the deep, deep connection we can have with the Creator while we're here. We don't have to be dead for that to happen. We can live that life of unconditional love and peace now. So coming forward in the next weeks and months, I'm going to be much more active because I have time and focus and energy into bringing a little Zen into your life, each day, each week, with a variety of things. So keep a lookout, because here I come. So, I leave you I wish you all the best. Until next time, just remember to breathe. Remember that you are unconditionally loved. And remember, I do love you, and I do care. You take care.